Fred Film Radio, this is Gianluca de Angelis from the 20th edition of the Rome Film Fest, and I'm very happy to be here with the Stephen Graham and Anson Boon, main characters of Good Boy, directed by Jan Komasa, and presented here at the festival. The movie is amazing because there is this balance between cages and chains and society that we live nowadays. I want to start from Stephen. Because how much do you think that the society that we live in and the new generations that are forced to live in, social network and overexposition, drug abuse, how much do you think that this society itself a prison that the new generations are forced to live in without even realizing it?
Wow. Yeah, I think that kind of question speaks for itself. That kind of being captured in the sense of feeling everybody is instantly judged today. Do you know what I mean? There's an instant judgment today. And also everybody has an opinion today, straight away. Irrespective of what the other person may feel, people feel it's their right to be able to tell you what their opinions are, even if it hurts your feelings or harms your heart. Do you know what I mean? That's what's kind of being created. And there's a culture out there that they're constantly having to look at how they are. They're constantly having to be mindful of what they say in order to be accepted or to fit in with this kind of narrative of what it is today to be a member of society. Do you know what I mean? And I think it's extremely difficult. And there was a lovely question earlier on. We had a wonderful conversation about the concept of what is rebellious today. Yeah. And I think rebellion today, personally, is that kind of concept of being happy and content with yourself and spreading love amongst society in general. Do you know what I mean? And I think people are extremely quick to chastise and blame the youth when they are very slow to praise the youth. Do you know what I mean? I think a lot of people forget as well, we were all young once. We experienced our own things. You say about drug abuse and things like that. You only have to look at the likes of Jimi Hendrix and Jim Morrison and people that have gone before in that respect. And kind of them elements have always been there, escapism. So it's just kind of, I think we have to be mindful of chastising our youth and be more loving and more praising about the possibilities and showing them opportunities rather than chastising them constantly, giving them opportunities. Do you know what I mean?
And another big theme that I want to ask to Anson is the old generation project on the new ones, both their flaws and their desires. And the film is very interesting because it revolves around the theme of education. So how much do you think that in a society that is constantly shaping itself, or reshaping itself, the borders of traditional education should be reshaped as well, and how much?
Yeah. It's interesting. I think that the main change with this current generation is technology, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, the way technology is a part of our everyday lives. You wouldn't leave the house anymore without your phone, would you? Mm-hmm. And social media with children now, and it is so much pressure, which is definitely what my character feels, although he might not be conscious to it. It's a constant, with Tommy, seeking validation, needing people to see him. And with that, with constantly trying to shock people more and get more views, you have to always push the boundaries. So it's a really dangerous place that he's taking himself to and putting other people in. And then you get this couple who try and reform him with culture, and they take away all the toxicity of his TikTok account, and they make him read classic novels, listen to classical music, watch classic cinema, and they reform him with culture. So I think maybe that's a conversation. I think our film is not trying to dictate morality, and it's not trying to teach people, obviously, how they need to reform people or guide people. But it's a conversation, isn't it? About how much culture can help, and reading books, watching films, listening to great work that's gone before you, and how can that help to shape you?
Stephen, anything to add about that?
No, that's all. That's perfect, yeah. Yeah, that's it, the nail on the head.
Thank you very much for your time.
Oh, thank you.
Cheers.
Lovely to meet you.
Love the film. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much, mate. Cheers.
Thank you to Stephen Graham and Anson Boon, main characters of Good Boy, directed by Jan Komasa and presented here at the Rome Film Fest. And I'm Gianluca De Angelis, and this is Fred, the Festival Insider.